Well, guys, we got an issue. The tractor we just put a clutch in had not really a noticeable, but I kind of heard a little bit of a noise before we did the clutch, and of course it hasn't been used on the baler much, and I kind of forgot about it when we had the clutch in here, but not really knowing where to go with the noise when I first heard it. Anyway, we were baling yesterday. Say hi, guys. We were baling yesterday, and just out of the blue, it came on like one of them old door stoppers, spring door stoppers that you'd flick, the cat'd flick or whatever, and it'd go brrr. It would just out of the blue just start hammering, and I'm like, what? Silly girl. Anyway, so we kind of heard it down here in the front somewhere. And so we're gonna drop this this gear case down off the bottom. So presently we're draining the oil out of the front half of the transmission, so we can take this transmission brake and belly pump off, so we can investigate what's going on. I got a pretty sneaky suspicion that there's the shaft from the rear of the transmission comes up through the middle here, and it's got a snap ring on the shaft that pushes on that drive gear for the PTO. I'm pretty sure what it did is that snap ring has popped back, allowing the gear to wiggle on that shaft a little bit, and we've got some chunks in one of our buckets, so I'm thinking it's probably ate up that front bearing. It's pretty continuous rattle right at the moment, so it was kind of coming on and going, and then just it'd be back to normal. And then as it obviously progressed, now it's a continuous kind of a rattle, kind of growl noise. So we'll get this thing ripped open here and see what the heck's for sure going on. And I'll show you what's in the bottom of this bucket as soon as I get it drained. Yeah, that doesn't look too good, guys. We got, this one's not as exciting as the others. That looks like part of a bearing cage or something similar. These little guys down here is what's got me slightly more concerned, because well, if you've been to a dentist, they wouldn't know what that is, but working on tractors, you know that's a tooth off of something. So let's go have a look inside the transmission here quick. Okay, there's our steering pump. Right up above that's where that pump mounts to that big, well, I don't know what the heck you call it. It's just where the pump mounts, or the PTO drive and everything comes down to run this pump. So we thought maybe we had a gear off of that, or a tooth off of that gear there that drives the PTO, that drives that pump. Anyway, we spun that around there. Don't see any teeth off, but that bearing hanging out right there is kind of a indicator of sorts. Find my pry bar here. Let's stuff this up in there. Oh, hey, look at this. When I pry that bearing just a little bit, can you see that guy move in there? No? Let's try it on this side. No, still can't see it. Let's try it back here. I'm just going to try to pry up. Oh yeah, now we can see it. There. Now I'm kind of prying up on this gear in the transmission. Yeah, so we've got a serious problem here, guys. Is this shaft is moving up and down back there in that bearing, and these are all loose. So that's not good. Whew. Okay.
Wow.
First look, we got her split from the rear half. This is called a TA split, where you've got the transmission, speed transmission all separated from the range transmission. Now, look what we have here. Oh yeah. So that's supposed to be the locking collar. And this is our nut. Oh fuck. We got a bearing out in there. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks right there. That's no fun. Anyway, let's look on this one. Oh yeah. Look at that in there. Our shaft is pretty well busted clean off. That's nice. Bearings ate up a little bit. Doesn't look like it's hurt, but it's definitely been chewed up. Oh boy. There's some more chunks of the shaft. Nice. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to do some thinking. There's another chunk. How do we get that bearing out? In the meantime, I gotta get this transmission off of there, because that bottom shaft comes out through the clutch housing. That's convenient, isn't it? Yeah. Well, that's not a major deal. We'll just slide the cherry picker up and underneath these lines, unbolt it from the clutch housing, and slide it right on off of there. Well, there it is, hanging upside down now. We have pulled all the gears out of it, save for the TA. The TA doesn't need to come out. It's the last thing to come out. And both those two can stay in. They're fine. I've checked them both. No teeth are missing or nicks or anything like that. So our back gear, it's okay. It's looking pretty good yet. Hardly any wear on it on any of those engaging teeth. This gear is the number 2 on the bottom shaft, and it's got a spot or two on the tops here where there's a little bit of a tooth missing. Just small fractures. Obviously some chunks of maybe went through there, or just from age. I mean, this thing is a 1979 model, so a little bit of chewage on that one. Nothing serious. Number 1 gear, we're going to replace this one. It's got some, it's got a bunch of fractures on the tops of the teeth. It's got a bunch of chunks missing. Again, not super serious, but there's enough teeth there that have been damaged that we're going to swap that one out. See, she's got a bunch of fractures on that one. A bunch of fractures here, and that one's got, probably 10% of the tooth missing. So it definitely got some teeth damage on that one from material running through it. And then let's get to the main problem. Our shaft. This is the one out of our tranny. This is one we've had left over from a prior project we didn't need. So that's a lot of material there that's been floating around through there. They're both clockwise style, right hand thread, whatever you want to call the thread pitch. And so if we had a nut, we could essentially go ahead and put this speed tranny back together. Fortunately, I don't have a nut. But yeah, that, holy cow. Man, that's a, Jesus. So we'll have to find us another, I think I'm going to go find if I can get one from the salvage yard, I'll get a left-hand thread shaft and nut, because those are supposed to be safer as far as the nut coming back off. So we'll put one of those in if we can find one. Otherwise, we'll just get a right-hand nut for this one, and then the locking flange on there as well. Okay, now back in here for this. That bearing being out, it's not super major difficult, I guess. We're going to pull the hydraulic pump off down below here, and we'll access to the back side of the PTO shaft so we can yank it out. And with any luck, we can just snap that bearing cage off, and then maybe reach in there with the puller and pull that gear out, or cut it out or something. Anyway, yeah, so quite a project. So I think we'll call this the end of this video, guys. What do you think, Haven?
I think so. I think we're done.
I think we're done for today. And that's number 2 bad news. Number 1, I got the email this morning from the company we got the Ford Cummins parts for. And they basically said, yeah, because they said, well, something went through your oil pump. Yeah, no shit, bearing material went through it. Well, I can't prove that the oil pump went out and caused the bearing material to go through it, rather than something else went through it and then that caused the pump to go out. So they're just like, yeah, get out of here. So yeah, I'm in a good mood. I think a good day to go fishing or go relax or go play with the wife. You know what that means. I mean, just go lay up for a little bit. Get some parts ordered for this old girl. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Got any questions down in the comments, certainly hit me up. Until next time, thanks for watching. Catch you later.